Welcome back to Getting Some Head, baby. I'm Michael fucking Rainey here with my homeboy, Sam Buck. How the heck are you, baby?
Thank you so much.
Welcome, brother.
I'm hacking great.
I was so happy to cross paths with you yesterday. I'm glad you can come by today. And I have a lot of legitimate questions to ask you, but I also have some nasty shit I want to ask you, too.
I'm here for both.
Oh, I believe it, brother. I'm still kind of getting my bearings. About a block away, we had a lady shitting on another lady's car yesterday, and it became a viral hit. And I went past the scene of the crime today, and nothing left. Like, she got
They
everything
cleaned
on
all the shit.
Well, dude, I don't think she got any in the road. It was just all on the fucking.
Now, is there video of this or just pictures?
Oh yeah, it's TMZ picked up on it. Like,
was it a log or was it a?
No, it's like she sprayed all over it, and it wasn't even just like.
Do you think she prepared the food? She's just eating fucking refried beans out of a can. Like, I'm gonna ruin this bitch's day,
dude. It was the perfect shit for what she intended it for.
Yeah.
Like, if it was a log, it would have been like, that's a lot of pressure because it's like, what if it falls out and it doesn't go right on the car?
What if it's the deer pellets? You know, when you get those deer pellets and it looks like she's just shooting an airsoft gun.
Brother, I have to dig into this, man, because I feel like I know a little bit about you because of how often you've been on Dad Meat, but still, like, you're somebody who you just, like, seem to matter-of-factly state that, oh, this happened, and it's the most insane shit I've ever heard.
I feel like I've heard that from a lot of people, and before I was like, but I guess it is just, like, I don't know.
You're a very interesting person, and I think because you've just been an interesting person for so long, it's easy for you to poo-poo it.
I wouldn't shit in the street though.
I know.
I'm not that interesting.
I don't know.
That woman, that's a real celebrity.
Dude, it's kind of nuts to. And she smiled as she walked away too. That's psychotic behavior.
It's like, that's gangster.
Yeah.
It's not that cool to like sell drugs or anything anymore. That's the real gangster. Yeah.
I wonder if she's married.
The shits.
Sam,
the bloods and the shit.
The Shatten Kings.
Shatten King.
Great. Sam, do you remember the first song that you fell in love with?
Yes, I do, and I feel it was Kanye West.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was Touch the Sky by Kanye West. Yeah, and it's a nice memory. Yeah, my dad had like a red car, like, just a shitty dad car with a sunroof. Yeah. And he would open up the sunroof and he would play Touch the Sky. Yeah. And he would like touch the sky and like give it to me in the back seat and shit. Aww. And I just remember that being like a super fond memory and like my first memory with music, you know?
I'm glad that that's how you both interpreted that song title, because now that we know what we know about Kanye, it's Touch the Sky, and your dad's reaching over to jack off.
Touching the cousin. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that song is kind of ruined now. It can't be a family song.
That's so sweet, though, man. It's like, my dad never did anything cool like that.
Yeah, but like, it is and it isn't. Like, my dad played me so much rap music that I remember, I probably shouldn't say this. I hope this doesn't get taken. I remember being like 3 years old in the backseat of my car and rapping and saying the N-word.
Yeah.
And then my dad looking around like, oh, I fucked up. Like, this 3-year-old doesn't know the consequences, but I clearly remember seeing his face when I said it and not thinking of, like, I just thought it was another word, like any other word in the song.
He knew your heart.
And then he saw me say it, like 3-year-old me say it, and he was like, oh, I'm a bad dad.
I think it's very loving. And, sometimes you got to get it out of your system,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
What is one of your happiest memories from childhood aside from your dad touching the sky for you?
What is one of my
teaching you that word?
Yes, yeah. He's like, only say it if you mean it. What's one of my happiest memories from childhood? Oh my God. I used to go to Disney because I'm an only child.
Nice.
I feel like I have to like if you went to Disney a lot as a kid, you're either like rich or an only child. I feel like. And I went a lot as a kid. And when they did the parades, I used to love the parades. and I would jump up on the parade and lift my shirt up into and I'd call it the belly dance. And I remember my family loving the belly dance. And I remember the belly dance was one of my fondest memories. I would just jump up in the parade when I saw like Minnie, because I guess I had like a crush on Minnie.
Yeah.
Like, I guess like, I don't know what that means.
Get it, dude.
But
yeah,
I got a little
attractive.
boner whenever I saw Minnie's fat. That's why I like thick thighs now. Minnie's a BBW.
Minnie's Maxi.
Maxi Mouse. That should be how is that not a porn star name? Maxi Mouse?
Well, I was thinking porn. I was just thinking as an added character. Maybe for like Villain's World that they're building. Just fucking Daisy Duck with the fattest duck butt you've ever seen.
Oh my God.
I know.
Ducks got them.
I know. They're built for it. Yeah. Just gliding through the water with that thing sticking out.
Yes. Duck's built like a butch lesbian.
I mean, to that point, would you consider just making your own costume to kind of get the ball rolling for Disney? Just walk in the park with your, I mean, all due respect, like you have one of the greatest butts I've ever seen on a dude.
I've been told.
I know, man. By me numerous times.
Yes, by many a man. Very rarely does it get me pussy. This fat ass is very rarely. Maybe like a bi or like a lesbian who wants to try.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Like that's But what would my costume be? I mean, my girlfriend always tells me I'm a sloth.
All right.
Like I give off sloth energies. It's like happy and chill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Moving slow. So I would love if they had some Sloth Disney stoner sloth.
Is Ice Age Disney?
I don't think
That's
so.
DreamWorks, I think.
That is DreamWorks.
Yeah, fuck them, man. But yeah, you could do your own iteration of that and just like a cheeked up sloth.
We need a gang war between Universal and Disney down in Florida.
Yeah. Maybe like a parade float drive by.
Parade. That would be just make with the Tommy gun. Yeah.
Brother. I'm always like, anytime I see you, it's like you're always somewhere, you're always at somebody's show, and you're always doing the coolest shit. Like, how did you start emceeing hip hop shows?
All right, so I always wanted to do comedy. Like rap was just something I loved, and I always wanted to do comedy. And then I did comedy from when I whatever, 18, 19 is when I started to COVID. And when COVID hit, I couldn't perform anymore, and I loved rap. And so that's when I started like interviewing rappers. And I would always go to rap concerts and stuff before, but I just like, we're comedians. We wanted to start podcasts, and like you want to find your niche. And I loved rap so much that I just started interviewing rappers. And from that, I've been able to truly like do all the cool shit. Like my life was very, I mean, you can ask this dude right here. He's been there from the beginning. Like my life was very like, we were talking about that yesterday. Like I went from like truly like the open mic comedy, like not doing much. Like I worked at a burrito shop, like, you know what I mean? To being able to do this. And it wasn't that easy. You know what I mean? It wasn't the journey, but like just slowly the podcast started to grow. And I think people were like, who the fuck is this dude who has a good taste in music, I guess? And the rappers thought I was funny. So they started bringing me along to shows, and the managers were kind of like liking that I was giving them free promotion, kind of, because I was promoting these artists, but it was because I loved them, because
it's clear that you enjoy the music.
Exactly. Yeah. So it just kind of started, and then from that I just started to do shows. And shout out Benny the Butcher. Benny the Butcher was the first person to have me host a show. And shout out Hez, who hosts his shows. Hezzy Hez from Buffalo is like kind of like an MC comedian, and he hosts the Benny shows. And he was like, Sam, co-host the show at the Webster in Hartford, Connecticut for me. And I literally went up there, and I think I said maybe like 3 sentences. And I've done I do comedy, like I perform, but at a rap show it's different. If you can say 1 sentence and get them to laugh, they think you're the funniest person in the whole world. You don't need to do 10 minutes. They're going to get annoyed with you if you do 10 minutes.
That's interesting.
So, like, if I can say one thing and get them to laugh, then it's like I'm the funniest person at this show. And so And I know how to be like, get your energy up. I've hosted comedy shows. Keep on clapping, guys. Keep clapping for this next guy. Like, we've done all this stupid ass shit that we think sucks, but like, I just moved it over to the rap world, and that allowed me to like kind of do the shows.
And brother, that seems like an easy transition into cheeked up Disney parade guy.
Get me at Disney. Come on. Get them asses clapping. Yeah.
All the kids are shaking it.
Disney After Dark? Why have they never done Disney After Dark? Yeah.
Probably some legal reasons.
Just the red light district.
Oh,
with
dude.
all the characters dancing in the windows.
Yeah.
Oh my, Cinderella twerking in the window.
But again, they're making a villain's world. So
Gaping asshole Snow White. They're making a villain's world.
dude, you're an accidental Imagineer.
A villain's world is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I love the idea.
Every kid who
Disney's
wants to go to the
2%
villain's
cool.
world, put them on a list. Like the bad kids go to villain's world.
I love Disney shit. I am a Disney adult, but yes, I am very aware that there's a subset where they should probably not be allowed in the park.
You mean if they make you stare at a child for 45 seconds, and if you get a boner, you're not allowed in Disney.
Sam, what would your last meal consist of?
My last meal.
Yep.
Oh, I'm a fat. I can eat. So if I really had a last meal, I would be like, bring me pasta and meatballs, bring me sushi, bring me like, I don't know, like pad thai, like bring me 4th Street delicatessens,
that's good
smoked salmon hash. That's truly one of my, every time I go to Philly, I have to get that. That's my favorite meal almost in the entire world. Like,
are you a pastrami boy?
I am a pastrami boy, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been to Cats though.
She just went yesterday.
Yeah, you were telling me about it.
I didn't go because I
you?
knew I'd be too sleepy. But normally I go and I indulge, man. But
Are you a pastrami boy?
I am, yeah. I maybe have it once or twice a year.
Okay, I like a good Reuben.
I don't, man. I don't like dressing on my shit, but pastrami by itself with spicy mustard is right up my alley.
Do you like? I know this. Do you like St. Patty's Day food?
No, I don't. I don't like corned beef, and I recognize what pastrami is, but no. I think it's the boiling of it. I think boiling is what I don't like.
Just sitting in water.
Yeah.
Do you like sitting in a jacuzzi?
Me myself personally, yes, but I don't like myself either.
The St. Patty's Day broil. Yeah. Are you Irish?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. What else are you?
Bit. Oh my God, so many different things, man.
Don't say Italian.
A little bit, yeah. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to ruin it.
I don't
for
do
you.
Italians podcasts. That's a rule I have.
All right, well, whose do you like to do?
No, I don't do a lot of podcasts, especially now. I stream 5 days a week. Like I'm on camera. I do probably like over 20 hours of streaming a week.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do a lot of podcasts. The only podcasts I like doing are Dad Meat and the like Dad Meat Universe, like Durag and the Deer Tag,
that's awesome.
because I have fun doing those.
Yeah.
I don't really want to do like. I've done enough, you know what I mean?
I get it, man.
If people want to learn about me, they can go watch my shit. But like, I have fun with you guys, so I like
the
doing
feeling's
that.
mutual, dude.
Yeah.
It was kind of nuts. Like when you came here for the first time, we were just aware of each other on I think Instagram, and then when you came, it was just like, oh my God, I cannot believe you were this fucking funny, man.
That was truly.
And you got a fat ass.
Andy, that's why you really have me. Yeah. There's a camera under my seat right now. So they're like, do you need to go to the bathroom?
Yeah, please go to the bathroom.
Please go to the bathroom. No, my first episode on Dad Meat was truly one of the most fun times
I had so
ever
much fun,
yeah.
man.
I was so nervous to come on. Do you remember? I shaved my face in the hotel.
Said that, yeah.
I shaved my face in the hotel beforehand, so I had something to talk about. I was like, I could talk about my face. I look like a baby.
Brother, what subject did you excel in when you were in high school?
In high school, Can it be any grade?
Yeah.
Because I was really bad at geometry, but I was really good at algebra. And I went to an international high school, and I won the freshman math award at my international high school. My school was 40% Asian.
Holy shit, dude.
And I won the geometry sucked. And I won the award, and I didn't think I was even going to win. So they announced my name, and all these Chinese parents. I mean... I thought the Red Army was after me. They announced, I'm just sitting there just chilling, and they're like, winner of the freshman math award, Sam Buck. And it was like Mao came back, and they were Chinese parents standing up, throwing shit on the ground, and I'm just like, it was like the Hunger Games. Like I'm walking, looking around, like, are you sure I got picked? They were, so I think I'm banned from China now. Like, I mean, the hate looks I got from these parents.
Oh my god, dude! You know what? I wasn't worried about like the Chinese spying on TikTok, but like if that's true, it's like I worry about you now because you have such a strong online presence.
I know, and like I would go to Japan, never go to China. Yeah. I feel like yes.
You were that good in math?
In algebra, then geometry hit, and it was like shapes. What are shapes like,
bro? Come on, man. Unbelievable, Sam. Can you tell me about a time where you felt lost?
Yeah. The time this is actually like, I mean, you know exactly what I'm going to talk about. The whole, when COVID hit, a week before COVID, you know when you're young and your first real adult relationship, not adult, but first like out of school relationship, you're like, this is the person. So a week before COVID hit, she broke up with me. And then COVID hit, and then I couldn't do stand-up anymore.
Oh, Jesus.
And then like, it was just a dark, and then I lost my job. And I just like had nothing, you know what I mean? Like, as you said, like I felt lost. Like end of every, like the relationships or whatever, breakups or whatever, they suck. But then like the thing my like driving force was stand up at that point. That was all I was doing. So to lose that, and then to like lose my job and just feel like nothing was really like, I had just graduated college, and COVID had hit, and I just felt lost, as you said. Like, when did I feel lost? I felt lost then. And, I mean, this is you're moving to Austin. Let me tell you a Joe Rogan story. I did DMT. I was so lost, I did DMT, and that shit made me start my podcast.
Really?
Yeah, that made me start my podcast, was a DMT trip when I was really lost.
What did you experience during the trip?
I woke up on like, when you say DMT stories, they don't sound real, but in the moment they feel so real. You know what I mean? Like for years after this happened, I truly believed that this experience happened to me. The older I get, the more I realize it was probably like, I mean, it was a hallucination, and whatever created in my mind gave me the knowledge from it I needed. I didn't really wake up on the Himalayas. Like I opened my eyes and I was on the top of a mountain, like snow, you know, like in a movie, like snow coming so down so hard. I'm like, where am I? I'm on the top of the mountain, the wind's blowing, and I see like a fire a couple 100 yards away. I mean, whatever. And I know this sounds crazy, you know what I mean? But this is what happened in the trip. And I walk over to the fire, and Buddha's sitting at the fire. This big fat Asian Buddha with a Hawaiian shirt open. It's snowing, and he has a skullet long hair. Crazy.
We are still mad about the algebra competition.
We did not start the COVID. that was what I was told. It just started in a lab.
Totally lab-based. No intentional distribution.
So, and I was really lost. You know, and so I asked him, I was like, what do I need to do to find myself, to be the best version of myself. Because I had a shaman. We met a shaman on Cape at a comedy show. And I was so lost that I reached out to this 60-year-old shaman to administer a DMT trip. And he did it. Nice. And so he said I had to go in with intention. And my intention was, what do I do to be my best self? That's truly all I had. And he told me, when you come back out, you'll know the answer. Like, you'll already have known the answer before you went in. Weird. So I asked him, I was like, what do I do to be my best self? And he laughed, like, happily. And he was like, if that's all you have to ask to me, then you already know. And then I woke up. And I woke up, like, crying out of happiness. And it was truly the first time I had felt happy in a really long time. And everything worked, where it was like, you just take yourself serious. And I know people should be able to come to that belief without doing whatever I did, you know what I mean? But, like, yeah, that belief of, like, if you want to start a podcast, do it. If you want to, like, if you want to be, like, you love rappers so much, talk to them. Like, if you want to do these things, like, there's nothing holding you back. And I guess as someone who's just lives with anxiety, that feeling of you're going to be okay was never given to me. So when I finally felt, if you trust yourself, you're going to be okay, then that's when, like, I started to take myself seriously.
Yeah.
After that.
And I think that, you know, the hardest part about, like, taking that leap is like, for me, it was like a lot of, like, worry about what people would say. And it's like the people that are going to talk shit, whether you're doing shit or not doing shit, they're going to be talking negatively about you, or not talking about you at all. It could just all be a figment of your imagination. So whatever the thing is that you want to do, it's fuck it. Nothing matters. Just fucking do it.
Yeah. I grew up in such, like, a waspy household. Like, my family's very waspy. So, like, it's always about, like, impression. Like, what's everyone's impression of you? And then shit can be going horrible at home.
Yeah.
Shit can be the worst, like, truly the worst shit you can imagine at home. But outwardly is everything. Do you look like you got, you know? And I just don't like that. I don't like that mentality. I'm going to be myself, but I'm going to be honest about it, and I am going to try to be my best self. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to hide away from who I am in any aspect of what that means. Was that immediate when after you made that decision? Was that kind of like growing into that immediate, or is it still taking time? Yeah, I don't mean to keep turning to him, but shout out Thatcher Wood. It was immediate, right? It was like he says it, there's a pre Sam Buck and a post Sam Buck. Yeah. And it was for real, like a pre and post, like that's, and it's weird. I don't know, like it broke my anxiety. What you consider an ego death or whatever, like whatever I needed. How I describe it to people is like a near death experience, or probably like any big life change that feels like, oh, things can really shift. Will do that to you. So if you're not spiritual, it's more like I had a near-death experience, and that's what it was more like. You know what I mean? Damn, dude. But it was but then 3 years later, I was like, I didn't meet Buddha. I did drugs in a van, in an RV by the river on Cape Cod. Like, you know, I didn't meet Buddha. Didn't tell, like, I didn't meet God. I'm stupid. Like, I'm in debt. I don't know. Like, I only have all I have to show is like $400 and 20,000 Instagram followers. Like, I didn't meet God. You know what I mean? I did drugs in a river, in a RV by the river with a 60-year-old man. But like the breaking of the anxiety was like the important thing of it, you know. Do you still keep in touch with the shaman? Somewhat. He went a little like, if you believe in crazy stuff, I think you can believe in everything. Yeah. And I think during COVID, everything can become a lot. Yeah. Like, I would walk into his house afterwards, and he would put a stud finder on my arm and be like, see, you got the shot. You're not allowed in my house. And it's like, I wish I didn't get the vaccine. I had to for work. I wish I didn't get the vaccine. I had to because I was helping my grandmother. Yeah. But, like, I don't have a tracker in my arm. You don't have to put a stud finder to my arm and say I have a tracker in there. You know what I mean? Like, it is flattering, though, that he views you that way, the scanning you for studs, and it came back positive. He's literally, bro, I was like, And I was like, it's probably gonna pick up my bone. Like, it picks up hard objects that are an inch away. Like, it's picking up my bone. It's not picking up this tracker that the government gave me. You know what I mean? Like, and I get people who are anti-vax. I have friends who are anti-vax. You know what I mean? But like, that is a little bit like you're going too far. Like, yeah.
Damn dog. What's the worst medical issue that you've experienced?
The swamp ass I have right now.
Oh my God. Is that a normal occurrence for you? Because I feel like I've heard you mention that before.
Yes, my ass is big. I get swamp ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It comes with the territory. Yeah. No, what's the worst medical? I actually have had some pretty bad medical experiences throughout my life. Like I would say the worst was when I was in high school. I got a concussion. I got a really bad concussion and I had to take medical leave from school for like 2 months, the last 2 months of my junior year. And that's when I started listening to comedy and podcasts. Like I would always listen to comedy, but that's when I really like fell in love with it. But that was probably like my worst medical thing. When I got the booster shot, I started having like seizures for a few days. Like my whole body would shake uncontrollably for a full 4 days straight. When I was a kid, my pediatrician sucked. Like my first pediatrician sucked, and he told my parents I had an extra bone in my chest that needed to get removed. So like never took x-rays. They were just like, we need to finder.
Yeah, it's kidding.
It was my Shaman. It was my Shaman. And so they like were preparing me for surgery, and then finally they were like, I think a friend was like, you should get x-rays. Like this is a really rare occurrence. Like this is not like he would have other problems if this happened. And then they got x-rays and I didn't have an extra bone in my chest. Imagine they're just cutting my chest open and then
it's in
like,
here somewhere.
Yeah.
How old?
I left my keys at home. Like, I don't know, probably 3.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah. And then I think that affected my parents, my mom especially, of being like hyper vigilant over my like ailments. You know what I mean? Because like,
Was it a real doctor though? For real?
Yes, it was a real doctor.
Damn.
It wasn't like, let me touch your son's chest. You're like, this feels a little
he's
bone.
got an extra bone up in there. I feel it in my bones.
He's going to have an extra bone up in him.
Yeah, having a doctor that says up in him.
My doctor came on my podcast, my pediatrician. He's been my doctor since I was 4 years old.
I think I remember this, yeah.
And I feel like that's not good for him to want to come on
Same guy?
Different guy. But still, like, he runs a very well-known child's pediatric office, and then he's just on my podcast where I'm doing drugs with rappers and shit. So, like, let's check out what our doctor's doing.
Wearing a Griselda shirt. I don't know. I think that would be comforting. It shows a human side. Because I think you typically view doctors as robotic figures, and if you get to see them doing something that's not medical, to me that would be relieving.
Yeah, it's like seeing your teacher.
Yeah, in the supermarket, it's like, do you eat?
When they get too much alcohol, it's like, you're an alcoholic. I remember I caught one of my high school teachers just getting a sad amount of alcohol.
Oh no!
But not for like a party. You know that amount of alcohol, you can tell it's just for one person, but like they're trying to play it off like it's for a party.
Was it in an appropriate place or?
No, it was in the grocery store.
All right.
So, I mean, they were allowed to be there, but like, and I was too, but I saw them and they were like.
Were they aware that you saw them?
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
That happened to me one other time. I saw a teacher holding hands with a man.
A man teacher?
A man teacher which is fine.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But I'm pretty sure had a wife. Like when I knew him, he had a wife. And when I saw that, I think and I was smoking a joint.
Yeah.
And it was like during the summer. And I think it was kind of like, I won't tell if you don't tell. Like, I know you do drugs, and I'm like, I know you fucking suck cock. But, like, we aren't going to tell anyone at school that we saw each other doing this.
Damn, Sam.
Yeah.
Were you the class clown?
Yeah. I think I was, yeah. But then I would get in trouble because my mom was a teacher at my school. So, like, I would get kicked out of class, and my mom would know immediately. Like, they would call her and be like, your son's a piece of shit, you know what I mean? But yeah, I guess I was the class clown.
Damn, brother.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about somebody who was a mentor to you as a child?
A mentor, like a family member or non-family
or just a positive
member?
figure to you?
Can you give me how much more time? I don't know. It's gonna take me a while to think of a positive figure I had.
Oh, if you had a really bad one, I want to hear about it.
No. I just didn't really have many like, I feel like, positive influences. Like, I loved my family, but like early childhood, I don't really remember many positive influences. I remember my parents took me to see Jim Gaffigan when I was like 10.
That counts.
And I loved Jim Gaffigan. And we met him after, he was doing like a meet and greet afterwards. And I had the Beyond Pale CD. And I remember he wrote, "To Sam, my best friend."
Oh, dude.
And I remember that just being like a very like I was like Jim Gaffigan's a nice man. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that is incredibly sweet. Also could be stalker bait. Where if you're writing that on people's shit,
I was a 10-year-old child.
I know, but there's some weird 10-year-olds out there.
No, I know.
And you present as older too, so.
Yeah, he said that too. He said, "Turn around for me."
Do you still have it?
I do still have it. And then my friend Dylan liked Jim Gaffigan too, and I brought him his CD to sign. And Jim Gaffigan wrote, "To Dylan, Sam's better than you," or something like
dude,
that.
That's devastating.
So I feel like Dylan has like a hatred of Jim Gaffigan now.
I love seeing your grandmother pop up in your videos, man. Has your Nana always been cool?
No, when I first started my podcast, Nana hated it. Nana was like, why my grandson? Why? Like, because I hid that side of me pretty well. Like, I was pretty presenting as one certain type of way to my family.
Yeah.
Maybe they knew, you know what I mean? But I was presenting one type of way. And then when that started happening, and then it started like, I started really pushing it where it was like, I'm in dangerous places doing drugs openly with gang members and posting about it. Like, I think she was like, what the fuck? Like, I think her friends were hitting her up. Like, what is your grandson doing? Like, family members, like, what? And so she was not cool with it at all. Like, not cool with it. I'm pretty sure she offered to pay me to stop.
Whoa.
Like, I'm pretty sure, like, I maybe I'm making that memory up, but like, I'm pretty sure she offered to pay me to stop. And so, like, she was not cool with it. But then shit started to work out. And like, I got written about in the Harvard University's magazine. They featured me. And then she could send that to her friends and kind of brag a little bit. Because it was like, the title of the article was like, Sam Buck is friends with your favorite rapper or something. So she could send that to her friends. And then, as fucking whatever, I think once I started like making money from it, she kind of got interested, because I think that was kind of like, this is a period of Sam's life. But then to her, when money got involved, she was like, oh, Sam is taking this serious. Like, oh, Sam did create a business. And I think she respected that so much that she like started asking about it. And then jokingly, she asked to be on my podcast one day. Just, whatever, in passing. And I don't think that would be a good idea. I don't think she would like that. Being like grilled, like whatever. I just don't think she would like that. And so I was like, how could I make her a part of this? And I heard a Stove God song, Stove God Cooks. And he was super poetic, and he didn't swear. And I don't know why, but my mind was just like, I would love to hear Nana read this. And I asked her, and she was like, I don't have to swear. And she was like, I don't have to say anything sexual. And I was like, no, of course not. Meanwhile, it's her talking about slinging bricks, and she doesn't know what any of that means. She's like, she has no idea. Now she does. Now she knows every, like,
She mad now?
Yeah. She's cool now. But, like, now she'll say, well, you know, she won't say anything sexual or swear still, because that's my 86-year-old grandmother. I don't want to do that to her. But, you know, she'll be like, I'm the cocaine champion. Shout out to God. Like, you know, shit like that. And so I had her read those lyrics, and I think the first one did like 300,000 views. You know what I mean? Like, it just went up. And she has an Instagram. Not the public one that I made for her, but she has like a private one that no one knows.
What?
And so she sees everything I post, but she started seeing how nice the comments were. No one was hating. And if one comment was hate, people would shit on that person. Like, everybody loved her. Like, and I don't think she wanted to be an actress. I didn't know this until later, but she wanted to be an actress when she was a kid. So I think in some way, seeing this outpour of love for like something she did fulfilled that little thing in her of making fans. Like, people love her. Like,
Yeah, oh, no doubt, man.
people I look up to don't give a fuck about me, but now do because that's Nana. Like,
And that was probably at the basis of like the fear-based like apprehension she had, and like you pursuing this is like she doesn't want you to get crushed.
exactly.
If it doesn't work
exactly. But it did work out, and it worked out for her too. And like, when a video doesn't do well of hers, she gets so mad. She's like, what did we do wrong?
I'm not the cocaine champion.
Yeah, she'll get so mad, but like, yeah. And then she it's like a little, like, we have our relationship where like I take care of her during the day, and like, you know, but like we have like a little business together now, and she loves being a part of it. I think still it's a little apprehensive of her. She's an 87-year-old woman who grew up during the Depression and went from being like super duper poor to the Depression to being like the head of event planning at Johns Hopkins hospital. So she was planning all the events for Johns Hopkins. So like she worked her way up to like a good job, you know what I mean? So I think it's hard for her to then step into this world of debauchery, but she now enjoys it. Yeah.
Did she ever get to meet Stove God Cooks?
No, she hasn't. She's met a few rappers who have come to my house, but it's tough for her to travel. And I want to, like, Conway wants her to bring him out at a show once, and like every rapper wants to meet her. Like, every rapper wants the picture with Nana, or for Nana to be at their show, but it's like she's an 86-year-old woman. Like, she can't. If I took her to Boston in a concert and people are smoking in the green room, like, she's just, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, if they came to my house or like her where she stayed, and like it would be different, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, she hasn't met too many rappers.
I think that just makes her stock go up.
Yeah,
You know,
it is funny though, because I remember a rapper came over and didn't know he was going to meet Nana, because like, you know,
that's a big deal.
and he was like, wait, and he ran out to his car and got his grills and all his jewelry and took the picture with Nana, and Nana still talks about that. She's like, I want grills. Big diamond chains and stuff. Like,
Sam, do you have a favorite place to vacation?
No. To vacation, not particularly. I guess I grew up on Cape Cod, so I guess to go back to Cape Cod I would enjoy. Like, my dad still lives there, so I'd like to go. I bet you feel this, like being on all the road all the time, like travel doesn't feel like vacation. Like, if I travel, if I'm somewhere, I'll be like, why aren't I hitting up somebody in the city that I could work with? And that just makes me not like have fun when I'm on the road, which whatever, you know, but like I like the Cape because it's slow and I can chill on the beach. Like, every year for my birthday, I get all my friends together from all my different walks of life, all my comedy friends, high school friends, rapper friends, work friends, whoever I've met throughout, and I just get them all to go to the beach and just chill. And we do mushrooms and smoke weed and get drunk, and we're just there for the whole day.
Oh, that's very cool.
That's like the perfect, that's the perfect vacation for me.
When's your birthday?
July 17th.
Damn, brother. Yeah. How old are you going to be?
28.
Wow, man.
Yeah. I'm a Cancer. What's your sign? What's your sign?
Don't believe that. I'm a Sagittarius.
What is that? What is a Sagittarius? What do they say about Sagittarius?
I think we're super handsome, fat birds. People think we're the best.
Cool.
Our wives are lucky to have us.
I got to change birthdays. It's just going to grow. It's just going to start growing this way.
Did you have any interest that you never stated publicly?
Interests that I've never... I feel like I've probably stated all my interests publicly. Like I like One Piece. I'm wearing my One Piece hat. In college, I used to write plays. I was a playwright.
Oh, that's very cool.
And some were put on at like pretty big theaters. No, nothing like touring, you know what I mean? But like single shows at theaters. And so I feel like I would love to go back to like writing a play or writing and directing a play. I'd like to write a movie, not direct a movie. That seems like too much. But like, yeah, theater sucks though. Like theater people are the worst and they're so pretentious and snobby. And I don't like that. Like I like theater that would be like, if all the people we know do it, but it's still like a real like production, but it's like fun, you know what I mean? So I really liked that in theater. And so I would love to write a play one day.
Do you have a favorite playwright?
Not really. I would say my favorite play of all time is Nightmother, which is just a really depressing play about a mom. The whole play is a mom on the outside of a bathroom door, and the daughter's on the other side of the door, and it ends with her killing herself. And
Which one kills himself?
The daughter.
Oh.
And the mom's trying to talk her out of the bathroom the whole play. It's really depressing, but Nightmother's really good. I mean, I like Chekhov and stuff, but I feel like that's like, you know what I mean? Like everyone, it's like saying I like Shakespeare or whatever.
During Nightmother, is there any point where you hear the daughter shitting?
I should do a remake to Nightmother.
White Mother.
White Mother. And she starts shitting and the mom laughs. And then she starts laughing and they build a friendship and she ends up not killing herself. Yeah.
Just something to think about.
Shitting brings families together. How soon did you guys start farting in front of each other after dating?
I would say maybe a month. I'll never forget the first time I farted in front of my wife. We were in a Wawa parking lot, and she was driving, and we just got back in the car, and I could feel it like in my chest. So I completely forgot that I had never farted in front of her yet. So I braced my arms on the side of the seat, and I lifted up, and I just fucking ripped.
On the first one?
Yeah, and it was first one what?
First fart ever.
It was the first fart ever, and because I completely forgot where I was and whose company I was in.
Yeah.
And then as soon as like I made that decision, it was like, oh my God, what did I just do?
What did you think?
I remember I was just like, I turned around, I was like, did you just fart in front of me?
And then she smacked me.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah. I was like, okay. Cool.
I get pee shy and I get fart shy. Like my body won't allow me to fart in front of my girlfriend.
I get that.
She'll fart in front of me, no problem. No problem. But me, I can't do it.
Yeah.
And I'm the gross one. Like,
no, there's nothing gross about you. Come on. I don't think I've ever heard you fart.
it sounds like a. Have you ever heard a real gunshot? not no movie gunshot. This is a real. This is a real gunshot. Hands over the ears. Yeah. Whoop! It has blowback on it. It echoes.
Oh my God, man! I'm more and more intrigued by that ass with every interaction, Sam. God damn, man!
We went to the movies yesterday to see Warfare, and my ass couldn't fit in the theater seats, so I literally had to move to a handicapped seat to tell me that didn't truly happen. We switched seats, and he was in the handicapped seat. I had to sit in the handicapped seat for my ass to fit at the Regal Cinemas in Lower East Side.
Damn.
Yeah.
Do you like having an ass that size?
No, I hate it. I remember, I might have told this on Dad Meet once. I really hope I didn't, because I remember once my mom and I were in a fight or something. And I yelled that I wanted liposuction. I was like, when I get enough money, I'm getting liposuction. I think because I couldn't fit into clothes. And I had to for pictures or whatever. So I was just screaming that I wanted ass liposuction at 12 years old.
Whew, brother. Sam, what qualities do you think the next pope should embody?
I think we need a child pope.
Okay.
To molest all the priests back.
Whoa.
Get a child, get the priest in line.
Yep.
Get them back.
I never thought of molester reparations, but I think this is the way to do it.
Yes, yeah, get a child pope. That'd be a good sitcom. A child running around the Vatican City. It's just, yeah. And there's the one priest who keeps chasing him. That's the bad guy, and he keeps getting away. Tom and Jerry style.
Bro, you're on to something, man. A couple more before we move on, Sam. But what's the nicest surprise that you've experienced?
That I have experienced?
Yeah, it could be a gift that somebody gave you or an experience that somebody gave you.
On my 21st birthday, my dad threw me a surprise party, and I had no idea. And there was cool. 60 people there at a brewery, from all times of my life, and no one told me. And my friends they were like, let's just get a beer for your birthday. And we went, and that was truly one of the crazy, that. I don't know, I've had some cool experiences doing stand-up and all that, but that was the best surprise I've ever had.
How did it unravel?
I walked in and they yelled surprise. No, I remember I was with my two Sorry. I remember I was with my two friends and we were smoking because it was my birthday. And I was like, we're smoking on my birthday. And they were like, are you sure we should smoke? I was like, are you guys pussies? Dude. We're smoking on my birthday. And so I'm smoking and one of my friends gets too high and passes out. And we're now 20 minutes late for my own surprise party and I have no idea.
Where were you when he passed out, though?
At his house.
Okay.
We're getting into the car. So it's my friend who knows we're going to the surprise party. My friend who just got too high and passed out and is trying to not let me know that it's my surprise party. And then me just mad as fuck because my one friend's like, let's fucking go. We need to go. And I'm like, bro, he's passed out. We need to take him inside. We don't need to get a beer right now. So now I'm yelling at my friend because I'm like, you're being a bad friend. He just passed out. And meanwhile, my dad's calling my friend where the fuck are you guys? I spent a lot of money to rent out this brewery. And he couldn't let me know he was freaking out. So finally my friend woke up and he's like, it's okay. I think I just need a beer.
What a good friend, man.
He gets in the car and we're 45 minutes late from when we were supposed to be there. And finally we get there and we walk in and I'm surprised. And it was just, that was how it happened.
Was it in a private room? Was it
No, it was the whole brewery.
Yeah.
It was the whole brewery. What's that big one in Orleans? You know what I'm talking? It's this bit, whatever. It's just this big one, and there were other people there. Maybe he didn't rent it out. No, there was an open bar for my party.
Oh, sick.
And I remember these two fucking cunts. Sorry, my language.
Let it rip.
But these two girls I worked with, they were like, "It's an open bar. We're doing Patron shots all
fuck
night."
off.
Fuck you. Like, yeah, I did not like those girls. That's that was the thorn of my birthday. We're doing rose and thorn.
Sam, before we move over to Patreon, I have one more question I want to ask. What is something that you're grateful for right now?
Man, I'm just grateful for life. You know, when you feel lost, and I bet everyone you've asked has felt lost. It's pretty rare that someone has never felt lost, but maybe you haven't. If you felt really lost, like if you really felt out of place in this world, like to the point where you truly felt like you didn't fit in, and then you get to, like, at least for me, like I get to be myself, and I get to live my dream, and I hope that it keeps growing. But even what I've been able to do now, and the friends I have, like Thatcher, like Frank, like Shamil, like Brandon, like I mean, my parents, Nana, like I'm just very thankful for everything. My girlfriend, I'm thankful for everyone in my life. Like I'm just thankful for life. You know, shit can get tough, and you know, shit's tough right now. Like shit's going on personally, always for everybody. But it's like I'm just thankful I get to do what I get to do, and that people, for the most part, accept me doing it. So that's what I'm most thankful for in life.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Yeah, the feeling's mutual, because I'm telling you, when we ran into each other yesterday, and you mentioned that you could be in Philly today, I was so glad we were able to fucking do this, man, because you were one of the first people that I had written down on my fucking notes app of who I wanted to get on the show, man.
I'm thankful that you allow me, and that you and Tim were so welcoming for me being in Philly. I'd never been here before. You guys invited me, and your niceness and your hospitality is really, it shows me that people can be nice, because people think rappers are nice, comedians are kind of dicks. Like a lot of comedians are not as nice as you think they are, and like you showed me that you can be nice and do your thing, and I really appreciate that. And of course, like I'm thankful that I can come to Philly today. I'm thankful that I have a friend who can just come to Philly with me. Like, I thank you for having me. Yeah, for real.
It's my pleasure, brother. Do you want to promote something before we go?
Watch my daily live. I stream 5 days a week on the Bucked Up YouTube page. I still release episodes. You can come see me do stand-up. I'm headlining, I don't know when this is out, but I'm headlining May 17th in Richmond, Virginia.
It'll be out by then.
So you can, if you're in Richmond, Virginia, come see me headline out there. And yeah, just follow me at Sam Bucked Up. And that's it.
Oh yeah, brother. And thank you guys for watching this episode. We're going to have part 2 with Sam over at patreon.com/gettingsomehead. There's multiple episodes every week. On top of that, too, in addition to regular ass interviews, we're doing After Dark interviews where we're talking about love and sex. And just about every guest is doing an After Dark episode. And it's truly been some of the most insane shit that I've ever been a part of. And I can't recommend it enough. You can do that by getting on the Big Boss Head Getter tier at patreon.com/getinsomehead. Aside from that, go to onperks.com and order my new book, Terrible Advice for Lovers. If you have any kind of sexual or love-based issue, I promise you this book will solve any issue you've ever had. On top of that, too, if you pre-order the book between now and June 3rd, you're eligible to receive an all-expenses-paid trip to Disney World with me on April 17th to the 19th of next year. We're going to Disney. I'm picking one person to come. You don't have to pay for shit. If you don't get picked, though, don't worry. I'm going to send out the itinerary to everybody who pre-orders, and you can join us in Disney. Friday night, I'm going to plan a stand-up show. Saturday, we're going to visit all 4 parks, and then Sunday, we'll do whatever the fuck else you want to do. But we're really going to have a good time. I'm a certified Disney freak, and I cannot wait to make this shit happen. But we'll see you over on Patreon with more Sam Buck, patreon.com/gettingsomehead. See you guys.